A day today where improved from short yardage, goal line, 2-point conversion, where the defense said not so fast, not on this day. It was very stingent in allowing the offense to advance for those 2-point conversion. A Monday that I thought the offense had advantage, a Wednesday where the defense had advantage on this day. A very competitive summer camp we're in right now, spring camp we're in right now. Our team continues overall to get better. Kick the ball from a place kicking standpoint better than we've have in the last couple of weeks. So I was very proud of our special teams as well, and continue to get better. So like the progress we're making.
On the kicking aspect, you have two guys in this spring right now battling out. What can you tell us a little bit about those two guys?
Both of them were with us a year ago. They're veteran in the sense of understanding our expectation, understanding our culture. Guys that are chopping at the bit, one man's downfall is another one's blessing, if you will. And so the opportunity presents itself. These guys have worked diligently to put themselves in position to be here, and excited about both of them. They both are kicking the ball with consistency for us. Certainly that changed. We'll get a chance to see a couple of live shots yet again on Saturday. On Friday, this past Friday, I believe we were 4 out of 6, and all the deepest being from the 27-yard line. So we'll stay in that range of 45-yarder or so to keep them in that range. That's about where I feel comfortable right now with them, and we'll challenge them yet again with some pressure on Saturday to see how they kick.
Coach, we haven't asked much about the defensive backs. How are they looking this spring? And you got a cornerback position that's kind of still untested. What do you expect out of those guys?
The interesting thing, we finished the year at the back end with a young Corey Mayfield being thrust into a fire that he may not even have been ready. But I tell you what, he competed with all his heart and did a good job for us. We get Clayton Johnson back this year. He's back in the spirit of things and fighting to get what he believes is his rightful place, a position where he was a starter before injury. And we moved to Brennan Johnson there, who we've allowed to remain in that position, and he continues to excel, as well as Cassius, who continues to excel. So there's veteran players in those three guys for sure there, and then we have some guys behind them that complement them as well. From a safety position, I like the guys back there, like Carl Austin back there, like Dadrian Taylor back there, like Kelechi Wachuku coming to bear himself. Love Rashad Wisdom and his maturity, his toughness, his winning attitude on how to play tough and how to play fast. He adds value to us at that position as well. But we have several guys in our secondary that's doing exceptionally well for us.
Is that surprising that Rashad's that far advanced? I mean,
yeah, he's 17 years old. That's crazy. It does, but it doesn't. When we recruited him, we thought he was one of the better safeties in our state, which we believe is the state that has the best recruits in the country. Therefore, one of the better receivers in the country. We're very fortunate to have him. He's a very humble, hard-working, hungry young man who's vying for time right now.
You mentioned you have a scrimmage this Saturday. How important are these scrimmages during the spring? I mean, you only get so many shots at evaluation, right?
Yeah, so it's a big one for us. So much in practice is individual, is in subgroup, and we come together at the back end of it. But, the other hour and 40 minutes, it's refining what you do, your individual position, your technique, and then at the back end we come together, and that's still not a live drill. But on Saturday, it will be. And so that evaluation is a big one for us.
And can you just give us an update on the quarterbacks? How are they looking? Seems like it's still pretty neck and neck out there.
Yeah, it does. Frank continues to do well. Like the competition, to be honest with you. Cordell, who's a very astute young man who continues to force himself into the conversation because of talent, but also because of his intellectual prowess and understanding playbook design and structure. Lowell Narcisse competing, JoJo's competing. Those four guys right now are the ones that are up on the same page competing. Sun Sapien continues to come along. He'll take some time. He's also in a 12.5 grade right now, so it's a lot being thrown at him, but he'll be fine in time.
You hired a new director of player personnel.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around.
Yeah, Dan.
Just talk about the importance of that position and what you expect.
It's so critical because it handles, exactly what it states, our personnel, our current roster and its personnel, and helping manage it from an academic standpoint and where they're at. Our incoming roster from a recruiting standpoint, it's that department is our first line of defense. Before a coach ever watched anybody, they've already filtered through, dug through, and said and presented, here are the better players in our city, here are the better players in our state, here are the better players in our region that we need to evaluate, and this is bop, 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 bop on them from what school they went to, their academic situation, all that good stuff. So a very, very critical one. The good thing about Dan, he has experience where he has been at various places and serving a capacity, not just as a player personnel, but also as a operations person. So he has a holistic view of program overview, if you will.
We got to see the runner drill to start practice.
Yeah.
What do you look at during that drill?
Actually, it's each individual pod of birdcage. All right, and so we look for toughness. We look for fundamental principles and a great stance, a Z and a knee, to come out of your hips from the ground to the man, who understanding the design of it, that the man who gets his hands on you first and inside is usually the one that's going to have advantage. A guy with great leverage, and then the ability to move another man against his will exemplifies the toughness of our football team. Thank you.